to the Entertainment Plaza Games, where we try once a week, every week, to let you know what's hip and happening in the gaming community. I am the new gaming host, Bryan Plaza, accompanied by my literal brother from another mother, Moses. How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I got out of work today. It was an easy day. Came home. I'm looking forward to talk about some gaming news. We got like what 5, 6, 7 stories today. They're pretty good ones. So
Yep.
I can't wait to start talking about them.
All right. So, like he said, we do have about a couple of stories today in the Plaza Report. But before we go ahead and get it started, we are live at the moment. If you cannot catch us or don't want to catch us, this will be up later on YouTube. Right after the stream, give it maybe an hour or two. If you can't even catch us, then we are on any and every podcast service imaginable.
That's right.
Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, you name it, we're there. I mean, aside from that, I think it's time to get started on the first section on the Plaza Report.
Let's do it.
And we're starting off with some Pokemon news here. Missed it out on the last one, unfortunately, because there was nothing.
And we usually end with Pokemon news. So today we're starting with Porky. I said Porky Mine.
Yep.
You know why? Because I'll tell you why I said Porky Mine. Because I got some salt and pepper pork rinds upstairs just calling my name. I'm trying to eat healthier, so those are like the snacks that I can eat. Because let me tell you what, man. No disrespect, but I'm starting to get like A cups or B cups, and I'm like the heaviest. I'm 6'4", you know what I mean? So 250 pounds still looks good on me. I'm still sexy at 250 pounds, but I'm not used to 250 pounds, man. So I'm trying to cut down the carbs, and the only snack that lets me do that are pork rinds. So I'm ready to get this, talk about these stories and go upstairs and eat some good old salt and pepper Porky Mine rinds. So let's go.
Oh, yeah, good on you. So, story number one is going to be about the release of a new Pokeball called the Strange Ball. This is going to be coming
That's
in
strange.
Pokemon Legends Arceus. It is strange. Now, the new release of this Strange Ball should be coming either later today or tomorrow, I believe. At the moment, it has not been released. Modders have gotten it early in game. They were found out a way to get into the code, and they were able to get some of the Pokeballs early. Now, in your satchel, it has no description when you hover over it at the moment. It's just a green-hued Pokeball. It looks maybe like emerald color.
Okay.
Um, Now, the purpose of the Strange Balls is actually to bridge the gap of Pokeballs that aren't native to a certain Pokemon universe. So, let's say Legends Arceus has old-fashioned Pokeballs. Let's say they have their Gigaton Ball. Okay, that's not in previous generations.
Okay.
What do they do when it gets transferred? It gets put in that strange ball, that emerald ball. So that way you're still able to use it in any other Pokemon games. Now I don't know if when you change it back, it'll give you the Gigaton Ball or Jet Ball, whatever it is, said Pokeball back. I haven't heard anything about that. But this Pokeball has been seen in cutscenes. You're able to see it in the overworld. So that all the animation, the coding, it's all in there. It's ready for release. Like I said, it hasn't been released yet.
Right.
When you go ahead and you toss the Pokeball, it does have a basic animation, has little green sparkles on it and stuff like that. There's really not much to it. Like I said, the main purpose is just to bridge the gap. That way you're so able to have the Pokemon. Now, in correlation to this Strange Ball, we're going to kind of slide in to story number 2. Pokemon Home update drops tomorrow. This update is big. This brings Arceus and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl to Pokemon Home. Something that many Pokemon fans have been waiting for since the release of Arceus and BDSP.
So Pokemon Home, it essentially allows you to transfer Pokemon from like literally the first Pokemon game to like the last Pokemon game, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right, yeah. So in order to get, let's say, like your OGs from like the original Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl,
Mm-hmm.
you have to go through what we used to have, which I'm not sure if it's still around. It was called Pokemon Bank. You would transfer your Pokemon from your originals into Pokemon Bank.
Okay.
From there, you would move it up a generation. Um, because the original games aren't compatible with home as it is now, obviously because they were in a DS cartridge, stuff like that, we can't use that on the Switch. So it would have to get transferred to bank, and then it had to keep being
Mm-hmm.
transferred up to your newer gen
Okay.
games. After Black and White, Black 2 and White 2, home compatibility works for the other games. So you're able to download home, I believe, on your 3DS, 2DS, and anything after Black 2, White 2 is able to go directly to home.
Mm.
Anything before that has to get transferred to bank all the way up. Until then, you can transfer it into
Yeah.
home.
But at least you have a way of doing it. You know what I mean? Like I can't really think of any other game that is allowing you to do this, you know, where you can have save
Yeah.
files from literally the first game from the first generation to the last game of the latest generation. You know what I mean? So that's kind of cool.
Right. Yeah, so like I said, this is something huge that everybody's been waiting for. The update is actually going to be starting at 5 p.m. PDT, which is actually have I believe already been kind of going on in Japan. Um, but if I did read it correctly, it started today. Now it's not accessible at the moment, so we should be getting this update tomorrow. Right now, home is going to be down. This is going to be update 2.0.0. Um, and I mean, like I said, it's big. This is literally what everybody's been waiting for. You know, we've been trying, we've been shiny hunting, all this other stuff, and Brilliant Diamond, Shining
Yeah.
Pearl that we couldn't do in the original games, and we really wanted to go and transfer some of these OG Pokemon that at the time we couldn't do. Um, that gives a lot of people hope
Right,
because
right. Of
me
course.
personally, in home, I have a whole bunch of Pokemon right now that I can't transfer to other games because it's not compatible with them. So they're just sitting in home in limbo, absolutely useless right now. When this update drops, I'm finally going to be able to use some of those Pokemon that I had in my, OG powerhouse teams. Um, that's, like I said, that's something I'm really looking forward
So
to, and the community is really looking forward
So I
to.
have a few questions. I've actually been listening to a podcast now. As you know, I drive tractor trailer, and every I got to listen to something while I'm driving. So I listen to a lot of gaming podcasts, movie podcasts, music podcasts. But I've been listening to one called Pokemon, and it's by I forget the name of it's called Get Played. Free advertisement for Get Played. But essentially every week they're talking about Pokemon games. I actually, since you're a super Pokemon fan, so I definitely recommend you listen to it. I'll send you the link. But this week they were talking about Pokemon Go and how it like revolutionized video gaming on your phone. I think the last episode they're all playing through Pokemon Gold or Silver,
Hmm.
and then they're going to talk about that game. But Gylan said he's in chat. He said tag them or it isn't real. But so one thing that I've actually every time I listen to you talk about Pokemon or I listen to a podcast talking about Pokemon, I'm like, man, I really want to get into this. And I have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, which I believe you still have in possession.
Yep.
But I didn't know that was a remake of Pokemon Yellow, I believe.
Yep.
So now I'm even more interested in playing that. But my thing is, I get bored quickly. Like, I need to have action in my games. But I feel like the older I get, the more I can play games like that.
Right.
So I feel like I want to start playing Pokemon again. And I re-downloaded Pokemon Go on my phone, which is probably a mistake. So I'll probably delete it again. I'll download it once a year, play for 2 weeks, and delete it. But
Yep.
yeah, it's crazy because they were talking about this same thing. They didn't mention anything about the home update, but It's nuts how you can go from Gen 1 to Gen now and just keep
Right.
transferring Pokemon. My question to you is I don't have many thoughts about this. My thought is that, damn, I want to play Pokemon. You know what I mean? I even want to watch like the anime. I have probably, I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon games, but I say I probably have 40-50% of the Pokemon games that release. I have a lot of the older ones. I don't have many of the newer ones. Um, but my question to you is there's 960 somewhere around there Pokemon,
I believe so.
something like that. Do you have a full Pokédex, or like how many are you missing? Which ones are you going after? Which ones are have eluded you? You know.
So in
Oh,
in Sword and Shield,
before you get started, Guyland asks, "I love the shirt. Where can I get one?" And yeah, we got merch, people. We got merch. The Entertainment Plaza shirt. You know what I mean? It shows you where we're at. Let me see, right there. These are all. Now,
okay,
I did make a mistake. This is the first one, and I am going to get more, but I didn't put the Spotify logo or Apple Podcast logo so people know where you can get it. But right now, if you want one of these, unfortunately, I can't afford just to give out T-shirts. You know what I mean? These things are $20. What I can afford is to get. Oh crap! Hold on. What I can afford is to give out magnets of the same logo. Oh shoot! There it is. So if any one of our 14 21 followers on Twitch want one, just hit me up. Hit me up on YouTube. I got
oh
you.
yeah.
Anyways, where you at? Where you at?
All right. So on Sword and Shield, I have both of those games for the Switch. I have completed the Pokédex twice, once in Sword and once in Shield. I think collectively that's like 400 something Pokemon.
Okay.
Um, Now each game obviously has their own respective. So the reason I got both was to trade between the two. Um, I think Sword and Shield was the first game that I decided that I really wanted to finish the Pokédex. Um, Most of the other games, I'd gone through, I got the majority of the Pokemon and stuff like that. But given that I was younger, I just wanted to play the game. I didn't want to put in the time to hunt the rest of the
Okay.
Mons. Um, Now that I'm playing, in Legends Arceus, if you want to meet Arceus, you have no choice but to register every single Pokemon in the
Mm.
Pokédex. You don't have
Wow.
to catch them, but you have to see every single one, which is
Wow.
like 212.
And that's
I
just, but those are just the ones in Arceus.
those are just the
Okay.
ones in Arceus.
Okay.
So you have to see all 212 to be able to meet Arceus.
Wow.
You can beat the game, but you technically didn't beat the game unless you've reached Arceus.
Okay.
Like, the whole point is to meet him. When the game starts, he legitimately says, I'll be waiting for you. See, something about see all the Pokemon, then you'll finally be able to meet me.
Right.
So, stuff like that is, that's kind of what compels you to kind of finish the Pokédex. And personally, what I've been after are some of the ones that I kind of always go for first are going to be the pseudo legendaries. Pseudo legendaries aren't technically a legendary like Garchomp or Dragonite. They're regular Pokemon, but their stats are almost equal to what a legendary stats would be. You know, Dragonite, Garchomp, there's another Dragon Ghost Pokemon and Sword and Shield. They're all pseudo legendaries. The
Okay.
Dragon Ghost and Sword and Shield, I think at like level 100 hyper trained, its speed stat can reach like 400, which makes it one of the fastest, not the fastest Pokemon in that game.
Sheesh.
It always moves first. Um, so pseudo legendaries for me are always a must catch because if you're able to reach them early game and take them to end game, you have a huge advantage. A huge advantage. Now, obviously, they're going to be a lot harder to catch because in previous games, to get Dragonite, you'd have to go to Dragon Spiral Tower. Dragon Spiral Tower isn't until like almost the end of the game. to be able to even find its pre-evolution Dratini.
Hmm.
So, things like that, you're like, do I really want to go through all that to find it? In
Right.
Arceus, you can find Garchomp in the Avalanche part of the island. You go all the way to the back, and there's an Alpha Garchomp right there. He's going to be harder to beat, but catching him is extremely possible. Um, so that's kind of like what I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I go after the non-legendary legendaries. I make the game a little bit easier from the jump, um, so that way then I can complete it. Um, and now that I'm getting older, finishing the Pokédex and stuff like that, it's better than all this. Oh, let's fight, let's fight, let's fight,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
fight. So yeah, let me take my time. Let me go here. Let me explore here.
Right.
When you're playing the game as a kid, you run through
Right.
everywhere. You're just like, all right, cool. Next destination. Time to beat them. Leave.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even take the time to look at the area. So I kind of like doing that stuff now.
That's cool.
Um,
So how many would you say you're missing from the entire Pokédex? Like if you had to give it a round number.
let's see, from all like 900 some,
Yeah.
I'd say I've gotten a good amount of almost all my Pokédexes done. So out of all 900, I'd say I'm probably missing maybe 250.
Not bad. Tell you what, when you get the new Pokemon Home update, you register all your Pokemon. And the next week when we do our following episode, you come back with a good number and let's see how many you're missing. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that you have no schoolwork, no work, nothing, and you're gonna get those 250, bro. You're gonna get them.
I'll do that. I'll do that. All right. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna move on to story number 3, and for that, I'm gonna go ahead and toss that over to you to get it started.
All right, so I have a few stories, 2 PlayStation stories and 1 Fall Guy story. So the first PlayStation story comes from the PlayStation blog themselves. Now this one's going to be a little bit longer of a story, so bear with me. It's a long read, but it's definitely worth it. It's again directly from the PlayStation blog, and it reads like this: all new PlayStation Plus game lineup: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Demon's Souls, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, NBA 2K22, and more. Join the service. It says, it's almost here. Our new PlayStation Plus service is launching soon, and we are pleased to share with you an early look at some of the games that will be included during the launch time frame. As we announced in March, there will be 3 benefit plans to choose from, all with exciting games to play. Here's a look at the games to come. Please note, titles may vary by local market, and some titles may not be available to stream until after launch, but they will be available to download and play. So, monthly games in any PlayStation Plus plan you choose, you'll get the same benefits that are currently available today for PlayStation Plus members. We have yet to announce the monthly games for June, but stay tuned to PlayStation Blog. So, PS4 and PS5 game catalog. PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium get these games. We're focused on adding high-quality titles into the PlayStation Plus service for players to enjoy. I'm pleased to share a selection of the content that will be available for PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium/Deluxe plans. PlayStation.com will be updated with the game list when it launches in your region. So, games that are coming from PlayStation Studio: Alien Nation, Bloodborne, Concrete Genie, Days Gone, Dead Nation Apocalypse Edition, Death Stranding and Death Stranding Director's Cut, Demon's Souls, Destruction All-Stars, Everybody's Golf, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, God of War, Gravity Rush 2, Gravity Rush Remastered, Horizon Zero Dawn, Infamous First Light, Infamous Second Son, Knack, Little Big Planet 3, Loco Roco Remastered, Loco Roco 2 Remastered, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Matterfall, Medieval, Patapon Remastered, Patapon 2 Remastered, Resogun, Returnal, Shadow of the Colossus, Tearaway Unfolded, The Last Guardian, The Last of Us Remastered, The Last of Us Left Behind, Until Dawn, Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, Uncharted, The Lost Legacy. And then last one, Wipeout Omega Collection. Those are all the games coming from PlayStation Studios alone on day one. Third-party partners. These are games coming from third-party studios: Ashen, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Batman Arkham Knight, Celeste, City Skylines, Control Ultimate Edition, Dead Cells, Far Cry 3 Remaster, Far Cry 4, Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition, For Honor, Hollow Knight, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, which is actually on Game Pass as well, Mortal Kombat 11, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. That's a mouthful. NBA 2K22, Outer Wilds, Red Dead Redemption 2, Resident Evil, Soul Calibur 6, South Park The Fractured But Whole, The Artful Escape, The Crew 2, Tom Clancy's The Division. Those are all third-party games. Now, that's a lot already. Like, this is a freaking strong start. Now, it says for the PlayStation Plus Premium and Deluxe plan, the classic games catalog, PlayStation Plus Premium members will have a selection of popular classic games to play, with some titles that will show improved frame rates and higher quality resolution compared to the original launch versions. For select original PlayStation and PSP classic games, members will also enjoy a new user interface with menus that allow you to save your game at any time or even rewind the game if you want a do-over. Also, players who have previously purchased the digital version of select games from the original PlayStation and PSP generation will not have to make a separate purchase or sign up to PlayStation Plus to play these titles on PS4 or PS5. When these titles are released for PS4 and PS5, players can head to PlayStation Store and download a version for the consoles at no extra cost if they already own the digital version of the title. Some of the titles will also be available for individual purchase. Additionally, some remastered classics from previous console generations will be added to the PlayStation Plus Premium plan. Below is an early look at a selection of games that will be available. So, classic games catalogs from the original PlayStation PSP. PlayStation Studio games: Ape Escape, Hot Shots Golf, IQ Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Siphon Filter, Super Stardust Portable, and then third-party games: Mr. Driller, Tekken 2, Worms World Party, Worms Armageddon. And then this is classic games catalog remasters. So essentially, these were like PS2, PS1, or whatever they may be, but they were remastered on the PS4. So Ape Escape 2, Arc the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits, Dark Cloud 2, Fantavision, Hot Shots Tennis, Jak 2, Jak 3, Jak X Combat Racing, Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy, Rogue Galaxy, Siren, Wired Arms 3. And then third-party games: BioShock Remastered, Borderlands The Handsome Collection, Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, Kingdoms of Amalur, Re-Reckoning, Lego Harry Potter Collection. Now, those are all. Remember, you have to have the premium subscription for all to play all those games.
Right.
PS3 games that you can play via streaming. The new PlayStation Plus will offer PS3 games to stream and play on PS4, PS5, and PC. These are original, non-remastered versions of PS3 games and are available to PlayStation Plus Premium members where cloud streaming is available. Here's an early look at the selection of original PS3 games available. So from PlayStation Studios: Crash Commando, Demon Souls, Echo Chrome, Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds, Hot Shots Golf World Invitational, Eco, Infamous, Infamous 2, Infamous Festival of Blood, Loco Roco, Coco Reco, I love that name, Motorstorm Apocalypse, Motorstorm RC, Puppeteer, Rain, Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty, Ratchet and Clank A Crack in Time, Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, Resistance 3, Super Stardust HD, Tokyo Jungle, and When Vikings Attack. And then third-party games for the PS3: Azura's Wrath, Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, Devil May Cry HD Collection, Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, Fear, or FEAR, Lost Planet 2, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare. Again, a lot of freaking games, man. Like, is this a Game Pass killer? Probably not. I feel like, and also not to mention, you get time limited game trials. So you get the limited game trial benefit will enable you to try select games before you buy. After downloading a trial of the full game, you can play for 2 hours for most games. The playtime counter only counts while you are in the game. It's a great way to try games before you decide to buy. And any trophies and game save data from the trial period will carry forward if you purchase the game. Here are some of the titles that will be part of the time limited game trials: Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, Horizon Forbidden West, Cyberpunk 2077, Farming Simulator 22, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and WWE 2K22. So then it goes on to say, new games added regularly. The games available in our PlayStation Plus games catalog will continue to refresh and evolve over time. So there's always something new to play. Now, mind you, you get all those first party games and third party games for that are PS4 and PS5 games. You're going to get them with the middle tier. You don't need the premium tier for those. Now, all the classic games, you definitely need the premium tier. So, um, but I mean, how do you feel about this? It's a lot of games, dude. Like, I'll get your opinions first, and then I'll give mine. But what do you think about the this list of games that are coming out day one? And mind you, these are just day one games.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't wait. There's a lot of games in there that I definitely want to play, and some of the first ones that you did mention, I have already gotten off of Game Pass, off of PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
I just have them downloaded in my library right now. Really not doing anything. Like I have Concrete Genie, and I have some of the other games that I saw that looked really good, but I just haven't gotten around to playing it. Um, there's a huge lineup there of a whole bunch of promising games. Not a single one of them seem like oh, it's gonna be bad. Why are they bringing it here? I'm a huge fan of Uncharted.
yeah.
All of those are coming in. I played every single one, and I would definitely play them all over again. Ashura's Wrath, that's a stupid good game. Oh my god, I've seen gameplay of it. It's beautiful. Um, Things like these, I want to be able to play. And if the majority you can get with mid tier, why wouldn't you just go mid tier?
Right.
Not everybody's all for the classics, which understandable. There's a lot of kids my age or younger that don't even know
Exactly.
some of these classic games, and yes, that's a little sad to say, but not all of them grew up like I did. I
Right.
grew up with the classics, but from my generation on, not many kids know about these hidden gems. Um,
I agree
so
100%.
yeah, so the premium might not be a selling point for a whole bunch of people. I could definitely see the mid tier, being bought like crazy.
Right.
All these people are wanting all these newer games that they played on the PS3, PS2, something around there, all the way up to PS4, PS5. You can get a lot of those games, so I can see mid tier just selling like no tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think mid tier. I'm definitely going to try the premium probably for the summer, 2 or 3 months. Get like a 3 month subscription card for it. But I honestly don't see myself. Guyland says in the chat, "Can your keyboard be any louder?" Well, I got a new keyboard and I love it, but yeah, it's pretty loud. It's like I should have gotten one that's not as loud, but for as far as the classic games, I can see myself playing them, but I can't see myself investing too much time with them.
Right.
I'm definitely looking forward to like the newer stuff. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima. I've been waiting for that game to go down to like $30 around there, and I was gonna buy it director's cut for the PS5. Now I don't have to. Days Gone, still haven't played it, although that's been part of the initial 20 games when you bought your PS5, the PlayStation Plus. I forget what it was called. Horizon Zero Dawn, I have that already downloaded. I have Days Gone downloaded, but Bloodborne, that I want to play. Death Stranding Director's Cut. I don't know if I'm gonna like that game, but I can try it for free. Not for free, but part of the subscription.
Right.
Guylan, who's in the chat, he can play Miles Morales now. He can play the original Spider-Man, and he don't have to take
You
mine.
can take the bum off of everybody else.
Right. The Last of Us Left Behind. I played The Last of Us, but I never played the Left Behind DLC. So that's on there. So I am definitely looking forward to a lot of these games. The Lost Legacy, I actually have that for PS4. I bought it day one, played about 2 hours, and for some reason, I never got back to it. Although I love Uncharted just like you. So um, there's Returnal. That's another one. Great game, and it's also
It's
yeah,
so good.
and it's multiplayer now. So I am definitely more looking forward to the newer games. A lot of PS4 games that I may have missed. Definitely PS5 games that came out in the last year and a half, and then from the third party partners. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now I have that because that was one of the few games I bought when the system first launched. But that's a huge game. You know, you can literally spend 70, 80 hours in that. Batman Arkham Knight. Haven't played it. Want to play it. What else do they have here? Control Ultimate Edition. That was one of the free PlayStation Plus games, so I had that already. NBA 2K22. I don't play football as much anymore like I used to Madden. Maybe NBA 2K22 will get me into it, you know? Red Dead Redemption 2, another huge, huge game with an online component to it. I mean, there's just so much, man. And I think, you know, again, talking about is it a Game Pass beater? No, it's something different, you know? It actually
Right.
reminds me, it almost feels like a marriage between Game Pass and Nintendo Switch Online with the classic games, the newer games, and then the whole rewind or start over if you mess up or whatever it may be. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. You know, it sucks that you ain't gonna get day one first party games on there, but who knows? You'll probably get like lower budget games, but you're not gonna get the Ratchet and Clanks day one or the God of War Ragnarok day one. That's for sure. But that's okay. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
day one games for PS5, they're freaking cinematic narrative adventures. Where day one games for Xbox, it's not the same. Like Xbox doesn't put in the time and money like PlayStation does with their narrative games. So I can understand why they need to sell them and then wait a year and a half or 2 years before they make them free and part of the subscription. So,
Oh
but
yeah.
I am definitely looking forward to that. But moving on to story number three, four, number four. Yeah, story number four. Some more PS5 news. More PS5 console covers are coming in June. Some new colors. We're going to get Starlight Blue, Galactic Purple, and Nova Pink. Console cover options will be available next month. The PlayStation 5's newest alternate color console colors will go on sale this June, Sony has announced. Fans in the US, UK, France, Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg can buy one of them. Luxembourg seems kind of like very, just like,
Right.
why?
Outlandish.
Right. Why do they have consoles? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like yeah, go outside and like pick your potatoes or
Cows.
something.
I don't know.
Yeah, pick your cows. And Luxembourg can buy one of the new alternate color covers beginning June 17th from the PlayStation Direct website. The colors available then will be, and I mentioned the colors, as announced previously. The alternate color covers are available for both the disc-based and all digital PS5 consoles, and they cost $55 each. Um, the console covers are actually cool as shit, man. I love the fact that they're doing this. Now, I actually got a console cover way back, and I'll actually pull that up here. But do you plan on getting any of these new colors for your
Oh my God. Yes.
which ones
For
are
sure.
which ones do you think are you looking forward to?
So the pink is my favorite color. When the new controllers dropped, I grabbed the pink one,
Nice.
and I
Oh,
still
so
haven't
now you
even
have
taken
something to
the
match
box
with.
yet.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking about doing was getting two of them, two covers. I get the pink, and then either get the blue or the purple, and then mix match them on the console.
Nice.
So then, if I ever get tired of one of the color schemes, I can just go ahead and switch it over, stuff like that. Or I could go a solid color scheme, something of that sort. But I'm more than likely going to get all of them. As expensive as they are, I'm probably still going to get all of them. I mean, it makes your PlayStation look nice.
It
I
does.
do plan, if they come out with a PS5 Pro or something like that, and the
Right.
case is still the same, I don't have to buy more cases.
Right.
I could just go ahead and pop one of the ones that I have on. I was super hyped for those. I still have yet to get the purple controller and the blue controller. I'm gonna be getting those. Might as well get the cases to match.
Right.
I have the black and red controller. I just don't have the black and red cases yet. Is there a red case? I know
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
black one.
yeah. There's right now it says the Midnight Black and Cosmic Red PS5 console covers
Okay.
launched in January. So, and it's actually super easy. If you're watching the live stream or if you're watching on YouTube later, I do have a video up of when I switched my white cover to black. I bought mine off of D brand. Now they came out with the covers, and they were eventually sued by Sony for infringing on their
Right.
their cover or whatever. Their I don't even know what to call it. I just know they got sued, and
Whatever.
they eventually changed the look of their covers. They still sell some, but they don't look right. I don't know if you've seen them yet.
Mm-mm.
Let me see if I can bring it up. But I do love the new, that you can change these because I really want a clear one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be dope. And then I kind of want one to put on um, our logo. Like I think that would be dope if we could find something to put our logo on it, which shouldn't be too hard, I guess. But
I know, we can, some of the ones we could probably get them water dipped.
yeah, hydro dip that would be dope. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can. I was actually even thinking about just getting like a vinyl and just putting it on the black one I have now. But um, yeah, the new one from D brand, it cuts off the top. So you know how the top is pointy, it makes it round. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, man, I'm actually excited for that. I'm actually hoping that they come out with some uh, unlimited or limited edition ones like I would love like a dope black and red Spider-Man Miles Morales because as you know that's my favorite superhero. That's one of my favorite like top games on the of all time for me. You know what I mean? So if they came out with one like that, I will definitely cop that. I mean, day one. So
I remember when the PS5 was being talked about being released, there was a whole bunch of concept art on what, some of the consoles would look like.
right,
And they had, the regular PS5 design because the PS5 had already been showcased,
right,
but they had a Miles Morales one with the controller. And that console looked phenomenal.
yeah, that's
Like
probably the
it
same one
had,
I saw.
oh my god, it was so good. And I thought that it was gonna be I legitimately thought it was going to be a special edition Miles Morales PS5 because they were selling Miles Morales with the
Yeah,
PS5.
right.
And I was like, if that's gonna be out, I'm getting that because that console looks great.
Yeah, it looks
And
super.
unfortunately, yeah,
Yeah,
but
so
who knows? I
yeah,
hope they do something with it.
yeah, me too. Console controller with it, that would be so dope. I mean, maybe if they will come out. I know the second Spider-Man 2 is coming out in a year, 2 years, 3 years. Maybe that's the time to come out with a special edition PS5. I'll definitely cop it. Even if I have to buy a whole new PS5 for it, I'm doing it. So, but on to story number 5 and our last story. Fall Guys is headed to Switch and Xbox and PS5, and it is going free to play. So it says June will be a big month for Fall Guys, and this is written by Eddie McCooch on GameSpot.com. It says Fall Guys is finally heading to Xbox and Nintendo Switch, and the game is adopting a free-to-play business model. Following a delay, developer Mediatonic has announced that the whimsical battle royale game will arrive on the new platforms June 21st, which is also when the game goes free. There will be full crossplay and cross progression supported across Xbox and Switch, as well as PS4 and PS5, which is also adopting a free business model in June. Thanks to the game using Epic's online services functionality, Epic, which Epic owns, I'm sorry, this sentence is written really weird. A new Fall Guys season is also launching on June 21st, and it promises to be the most jam-packed and blunderful season yet. Mediatonic said players can expect stacks of new challenges and rewards, as well as major updates to the game's progression systems. What's more, Mediatonic is launching a new in-game currency called Showbucks with the new season launch, which makes sense. I mean, they have to if they're going free to play, they got to have a battle
Right, right.
pass, they got to have some type of currency or so.
Yeah.
Um, Additionally, Mediatonic announced the existing Fall Guys players will be gifted the Legacy Pack that includes spangly cosmetic items and everything in the game's first season pass for free. The new season pass is described as a supercharged version of Fall Guys' existing free progression path. This new pass, however, is a paid offering that people can buy with the new Showbucks currency. The existing free progression path, including the original currency, Kudos, will remain available. So not only that, I heard in a podcast I was listening to today was that they're actually going to have like a level creator as well. I personally have never played Fall Guys, but I've watched a lot of gameplay on it, and it looks super fun. Just didn't look like a game that I wanted to spend money on. So this is
Yeah.
definitely something. Do you think this is a game? Have you played it? If you have it, two, will you be checking it out?
Yeah, so actually, Fall Guys was free on PlayStation Plus for
Oh man.
a time. So I grabbed it. We were looking, me and the guys were looking for something new to play. We were kind of getting bored of the same old. So
Right.
we saw the game on there. It looked promising. We were like, well, we'll give it a try. Um, we played Fall Guys, and it's a good game. It's definitely a good game. It is very rage-inducing, though, because you are able to grab people and prevent them from jumping. So
Ah.
sections of the map, you have to jump to. If you fall, that's it. You fall. You're dead.
Right.
You're out. So you can actually run up behind someone, and your guy is kind of like a ragdoll, so he's kind of
Yeah.
just moving around and stuff like that. When you get up to them, you can actually grab them when they go to jump, or grab them at any point, and it'll stop them. And then you can
That's
just
cool.
keep moving them and just toss them if you want, just get them out of there. Um, the main objective of the game is obviously to be the first to reach the end. There's a whole bunch of obstacles in the way, and there's different game modes. There's reach the push the ball to the end, where you have a red, yellow, and blue team who can push the ball fastest to get in the goal in the end.
Mm.
So there's like 15 people out in the lobby,
Okay.
and so it's five on each team. And what people normally do is what I do is I have the four people push the ball. I run to the end of the course, and then when whoever comes out first that isn't my team, I run over and I start beating the crap out of everybody
That's
and
funny.
moving the ball back so that we're first.
That's
Um,
hilarious.
yeah, it's a good game. I definitely do recommend it if for if you're bored or for like
Yeah.
a party type event.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's true. Because I mean, hopefully soon we'll have a game night. I was actually even thinking, if all the guys on the podcast and our friends, we just stream the crap out of this. It's going to be free now,
oh my
and
god,
you
yeah,
know how competitive we are. We're competitive on iDarb, of all games. So
yeah.
that'd be a cool game to do. I've been wanting to do Among Us, and that's I think that's is that free to play now?
I don't know
I'm not
if
sure, but
it's. I think it's $5.
okay,
I
even
think
so,
it's $5.
yeah, I feel like that's a game that we can all play and have a lot of fun, and if we can figure out a way where we can have our gameplay and ourselves, that's gonna be so dope for our audience. So,
Oh my god,
but
yeah.
yeah, man. But yeah, that's all I got, man. What you got? Anything else for us?
Yeah, so I'm gonna sneak in this last
Let's go.
story here, and I don't know if any of you guys remember. However many people are watching, I believe two gaming podcasts ago, I slammed the ever loving crap out of Pokemon Sleep, and I quote: "This game was a flop. Nothing's happening to it."
Yeah.
I was wrong. Pokemon Sleep is going to be probably released sometime within 2022. There
Wow.
was a recent update in Pokemon Go that Pokeminers have found. What they do is through Pokemon Go, they look at all the updates, they get through the data, they search everything, they look for extra things that aren't released to the public. They found information regarding Pokemon Sleep. Apparently, it would appear that the integration with Sleep will give details of how long the app is asleep or how
Hmm.
long you are sleeping.
Yeah.
Give you in-game rewards based off of that time, that sleep time. Now, Pokemon Sleep was supposed to work with an item called the Pokeball Plus Plus, but that hasn't been released at all yet.
Hmm.
I believe the Pokeball Plus Plus. Give me a second. Nice.
Crack kills, bro.
Is
Crack
going
kills.
to be, yeah, is going to be something similar to this Pokeball here that you would use in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Let's
Oh,
Go
nice.
Eevee.
Or you can
Yeah,
use it on Pokemon Go or whatever. What's the phone one that we talked about?
yeah, Pokemon Go.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can use that on there as well.
this acts as a little joystick that you can use around,
Right.
and you can actually throw it to simulate
Nice.
you're actually catching a Pokeball. Um, so something like that. They said that it was supposed to work with. Unfortunately, it hasn't. That hasn't been released yet. But Pokemon Sleep is starting to creep its way back up. Since it's supposed to work with Go and it was found in the recent update, people are speculating that sometime within 2022, Pokemon Sleep is going to be released. Um, we haven't had any more information on that. That wraps it up for my news. I will give you
Nice.
guys more, Pokemon related information on Scarlet and Violet, but unfortunately, nothing's been credible. Leaks are going out like crazy, but they're all just fan art, so I don't
Yeah.
want to get anybody's hopes up.
No doubt. No doubt.
All
Well, I
right,
think that's it, man. I mean, it was good. It was good.
so to wrap this up, we're looking good and we're feeling good. This is Bryan and Moses from the Entertainment Plaza Gaming. We will see you sometime next week. Peace.
Peace.